The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real. Very random, y'all. Did y'all know that butterflies can pee? I know, it was crazy. I learned that today. I was today years old when I found out that butterflies can pee. But what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome to another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody living? How everybody feeling today? I am laying in bed, so I'm gonna be an avatar. So I'm gonna be an avatar for tonight. What's up, V? What's up, Nikki? What's up, Mina? Shout out to all my moderators, of course. Shout out to Mina. Thank you. What's up, Drea Loving Life? Thank you for coming. How are you doing? Right now, it's technically, even though it's night for us over here in the States, everybody overseas, it's their morning. So good morning to everyone. Good morning, Governor. Oh, that's Australian. Never mind. Good morning. That's how they say it, right? What's up, Pillow Talk? Thank you. Thank you for coming. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling great, feeling good. How are you? Oh, it's 5 p.m. Oh, okay. It's 5 p.m. there. Yeah, because in Australia they're a day like a day ahead of us, and they're like our nighttime. I think they're like 17 hours ahead of us, but it works out to where like our nighttime is kind of like y'all evening time. It's weird. Yeah, it's crazy like that. I'm just shooting the shit for a minute while I'm waiting for everybody to get in here. Yeah, it's Monday already. Yep. Oh, it's 8 a.m. where you are? See, yeah, you guys are about 8 hours ahead of, California, I should say. But before y'all got in here, I was talking about how, did y'all know that butterflies pee? I did not know it, but like, I mean, it's an insect, so I mean, like, it does have to use the bathroom, but I didn't know, like, they just pee. Like, that's hella random, y'all. What's up, Mary? Thank you for coming. Okay, shout out to everybody in Maryland, by the way. Okay, what we want to start out with first? What's up, Liz? What's up, Doris? What we want to start out with first? Let me go ahead and kill this one. Toxic Diamond, and I love what you do. Don't you know that you're toxic? Okay. On a serious note, I know when she was first in jail, it was funny and stuff like that. However, for me, even though that lady said something so dirty, so grimy that I would never say, and I can care less about her, um, I would never wish bad on anyone, and especially when they're going through something. Uh, we don't know if the lady's ever going to be free. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know. So for me, if I'm going to fight with someone, I want it to be an even playing field. So for me, that's why I don't talk about it. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I do pray, even though she wished bad on me and my eyeball. I do pray that she get out of jail because she has a family and stuff that she has to support and take care of. So I do hope that she does get out of jail. Um, And for me, I feel like, don't kick somebody when they down. Kick somebody when they're on the same playing field and, they're doing good. Don't kick nobody when they down. It's not worth it. Even if they don't deserve any sympathy or empathy, because definitely she does not. However, for me, and especially me just being a solid individual and me being a grown ass man, I realize that that's not good and that's not the kind of karma that I want. What's up, Marcella? How you doing? Mary, I was talking about Toxic. And I love what you do. Don't you know that you're toxic? um but what's up, Marcella? How's your trip? But yeah, like I said, I don't want to kick nobody when they're down. I want them when they at their best. And that's why I don't talk about it. However, we can talk about what's going on. Her friend Mall Cop, aka When There's Begun. That lady, she is fighting with some other content creators, and like it's like wild. And she got into it with the Penthouse lady. The Penthouse lady, I really don't have any issues with her, but it is what it is. uh But I guess she's fighting with the Penthouse lady. Then she's fighting with Tails from the cult. Now, the thing about Tails is that she might not strike you like, in the moment, but she's always going to come back for her revenge. So if I was a mall cop, I would back away from that. But I guess they're getting into it over the whole um, the toxic diamond situation. So it is what it is. Oh, wow. Okay, you just got back. Moving on. Queen Tulsa, for those of you who don't know, Queen Tulsa had a situation a few days ago where she was assaulted. Um and definitely prayers for her. We're hoping for the best. I did reach out to interview her because she was mentioning that nobody wanted to tell her story and stuff like that, and so I was all like, oh, well, let me reach out to Queen Tulsa and see if she'll be willing to do an interview. I never got a response back. I figured she probably busy, and she probably gets so many DMs and stuff like that, but I never got a response back. So I was like, oh, okay. And so then I had seen today that she did an interview with Wiley. She probably shouldn't have did that interview with Wiley. I'm gonna just say that. Um, most people looked at that. From what I see in the chat, people were all like, "Is this real or is this like a skit?" Um, it really didn't come off well, and it didn't come off. What's up, BJ? It didn't really come off well, and it didn't come off in the best light. Um, you have to know who you are interviewing. Be nice. I think it was like warrants and stuff like that, like that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, you have to be careful who you interviewing with. And this is no disrespect to Wiley at all. Like, I'm not saying Wiley is not a good interviewer. However, um, you know, if you thought you were going to get a sugar coated interview with Wiley, that's definitely not what you were going to get, because some of the questions Wiley asked, I mean, they're valid questions. Whatever questions he had to ask, he had to ask. So they're valid questions. But if you thought that it was going to be, if you thought it was going to be a light interview and he wasn't going to ask you certain questions, then yeah, you probably should have thought about it twice. And overall, and I'm just going to be honest, like, let's be clear. I know y'all probably are like, AT2, well, why are you kind of beating around the bush? Let's be clear. It was not a great look. It was not a good look at all. Um, and I hate to say it, but I was looking at the chat and then looking at the interview, and I was just all like, "Oh, this is a train wreck." I felt the same way too, AT2. It did not come off authentic to me. Right, right, right. It just didn't. It was one of those situations like, you shouldn't have did this. It wasn't good at all. And I don't think, and I'm not saying that Wiley should have toned down his answers or sugarcoated. I mean, because these are the things that we wanted to know. Right, Mina? The chat, me and Mina were talking too. The chat was very brutal. They were. You know how you go to some chats and you be like, "Oh, I ain't saying shit because they're gonna tear my ass apart." There's just some chats you just don't go to, and Wiley doesn't have the chat where if they sniff an ounce, and I'm telling you, they got some strong noses over there. If they're were there many people? Yes, there was over 1,000. There was over 1,000 people in the chat. Crusty Draws. I'm telling you, it was over 1,000 people in the chat. And you want to go to the bigger platforms to get your name out there and tell your story. Yo. Oh, Cocaine, she said that's not true. Cocaine, y'all tore her up. Y'all tore that lady up. She was and I know I'm gonna get in trouble for laughing. Y'all ain't shit for that. Yo, my stomach hurt. Damn it. But yo, and it was like one of those things like I kind of wanted to like step in the chat and like say something, but then I was all like, shit, you on your own. I'm going to hell, y'all. I am going to hell. like you wanted to step in, or like, well, no, I can't even say I wanted to step in. I wanted to throw in the white towel. Like I wanted to throw in the towel. Like she's done. I was all like, who is your PR? Well, you need you a PR manager. Seriously. I was just all like, oh no. Ugh. It should have. What should have happened was that, because I think about marketing, I think about image, I think about all that, right? What should have happened was that she told her story, and then as soon as the story was over with, thank you so much, Wiley, for letting me on, da 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 da, and then got off. Letting Wiley ask you questions was probably. You should have said no further questions. I have to speak. My lawyer's gonna handle it. It would have been like my lawyer's on speed dial. My lawyer told me not to answer questions. My lawyer just told me, like I'm just gonna say, yeah. You should have let your lawyer handle it. The roller toilet. No, it was a cervical brace. I think that's what she said, a cervical brace. And she had to laugh at that. Oh man. No, in a serious situation, Queen Tulsa, was assaulted. So I'm trying to say it without saying the words because I don't want to get in trouble. But there's a situation. Here's the thing too. It's kind of like we need the hole, and I mean like holes as in HOLES. We need the holes filled in. We need all the holes filled in, and until the police do their investigation, you gonna do a reaction to the video. I mean, I would have to play her video and do a reaction to it. What's up, Benz? How you doing? Thank you for coming. Shout out to all the Benz sexuals. Yo, I was on the YouTube community tab, right? And Benz was all like, "What's up, my Benz sexuals?" And I was like, "A what? A what?" But I love it though. I love it. I love the name Benz sexuals. um, by who the police says she never mentioned hate crime. No, it is under investigation. They were going to do an investigation, as I understood. Or am I wrong? Cocaine. They're not going to do one. Okay, I'm gonna go back in because even the news report had said they were going to do an investigation on it and like figure out what's going on and stuff like that. You know what? I should call the hotel right now. I should call them and then see. I'm just kidding. I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, that's the one I'm referencing. Like I know they said, oh, we asked her about it and then she didn't give us details or something like that. But I swear at the end of it, it said that it still was being investigated and they're going to look into it. Now, if they said that, there was no evidence and they're not going to look into it, then yeah, that's going to be, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to be good. Um, anyway, oh, okay, we got some binsexuals up in here. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, V. I appreciate that. See, y'all my people. Y'all be clarifying some stuff for us. But yeah, for me personally, and the thing is, I wanted to do the interview just because like that's my passion, and especially doing interviews and bringing awareness to things. I would love to do that. But for me, and this probably sounds selfish, but I feel like when you do interviews with other people, you're like tainted. Like if I do an interview, I want to do an interview. I want to ask certain questions and get the information out there. But if you've done interviews with other people, I'm kind of like, I don't know. Unless there was something that I could bring different. If there's something that you can bring different to the table, then definitely I'm all like, okay, I'm here for it. It's not that I'm against like interviewing people because I mean we've all been interviewed. So you mean like you wouldn't interview somebody else who already been interviewed? But why am I going to interview her and just tell the same story? That's what I was. That's what I was saying. Unless you can bring something different. Perfect example: when Storm interviewed Jaguar Wright, he got tons of views on it. Then when and then Tasha did an interview with Jaguar Wright, except she was calling Jaguar Wright out. So it was the same person but two different interviews. My interview would basically be the same as Wiley. So why would I do an interview with her? And this is no disrespect to her. It just the information is already out there. People are either going to support or they're not. It's simple as that. I'm still confusion on the whole ordeal. I've been off of YouTube streets for a minute. Benz, it's a lot. That crime was horrific. Prayers to Queen Tulsa and the LGBTQ communities. Clearly, the officer was smirking. Queen Tulsa needs to sue the hotel. Right. Yeah. I think at this time, the best thing that she can do is go ahead and take that legal action because, and it's an unfortunate situation because I'm not familiar with Tulsa, the city, but as I understand, Oklahoma is in the Bible Belt, and Queen Tulsa being a trans woman, I can only imagine as soon as she reports a crime or anything, do they have her best interest or do they even care? This is me being honest, and I'm not saying that everybody in Oklahoma is backwards or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but it is what it is. Oklahoma is a part of the Bible Belt, so when she reports on like a crime or something that has happened, do they take her serious? Do they actually look into something, or they automatically see her like, oh, you one of those? It sucks. It really sucks. And I think that part of the interview wasn't expressed, and I think that really is an important part. That is she going to get a fair shake anyway because of who she is? You know, do they actually care about her? More than likely, they didn't care about Queen Tulsa at all. Let's be honest. They looked at it and was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably the real." I mean, even in the news article, the lieutenant or whatever, he was like, "Oh, he had a," just like Marcella said, he had a smirk and everything. He didn't give a damn. He was like, "Oh, whatever." I agree. Certain questions should have been asked to get the information across. If I did not know the story from Queen Tulsa Channel, I would have been confused. Right, right, right. It kind of dealt with like the more salacious stuff than the actual story. She has the video. She's screaming, "Get her hands off me!" Evidence is the testimony. Right, right, right. Um. Oh, that was the other. I was like, there was something else about Queen Tulsa. Oh, Queen Tulsa had called out "Hear Her." Um. I don't even know how they got into it or what happened. Queen Tulsa. I guess Queen Tulsa was calling out "Hear Her" because she said, "Oh, when you was on panel with Tasha K, you was kissing her ass, but you was just talking about that lady and da da." And here's the thing, when it comes to like the YouTubers, and I'm talking about the bigger content creators, like you'll talk about a big content creator and be all like, "Oh, that person ain't shit," da 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 da, da," and you just going off. But as soon as that big content creator show up, people will be like, "Oh my God, Tasha! Oh my God, Tasha's here." Remember a couple of years ago when Tasha was in my chat? I was like, "Oh my God, that's Tasha!" I was still new and everything like that. Now if Tasha was in my chat, I'd be like, "Oh, hey, Tasha, what's up?" And I would continue. But when you first starting out and a bigger content creator, you have a chance to talk to them. You get all giddy and all like, "Oh my God, they're here!" I can't believe you're here. You do all that weird shit. You start fangirling and all that shit. You start doing all that. So Queen Tulsa called it out. Now, I will say this: you do have to be who you are all the time. People can smell phoniness. People can smell fakeness. Definitely be who you are and stand in your truth, and don't switch up because people will call that shit out. You know. Oh, so I wanted to do like a reality show with YouTubers and stuff like that, right? And every time I would mention um doing a Queen Tulsa, I'm on my phone. I have to get my computer drop the link because I can't do it on here. No, Jane, I say a lot because it's like a filler. So I always say I know I need to work on saying so much, but it is what it is. That's just me. You know. But I always talked about wanting to do a reality show, right? every time I would talk about doing a reality show, people would bring up the beef sector. They'd be all like, well, the beef sector already did, they recorded, but they never released it or anything like that. They went to Atlanta and filmed for, I think it was like a weekend or something like that. Well, this was back in 2019. Well, finally, Sean, I forgot what his last name is. I think it's Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley finally released the footage. And y'all, let me tell you, I mean, it's not no big network, um, big network kind of budget, but it is like so awesome, like what they did and how it puts it. It looks very professional, y'all. Like I would look at that and be like, yo, it's good quality. It's definitely good quality. So shout out to all the people in the beef sector who was a part of that. But I was like, yo, when I get my little YouTube reality show going, I definitely want to use whatever producers they had. And I wonder who funded it too. That's what I want to know. Like, did they crowd what's it called when you like get money for a project? Crowdfunding? Yeah, crowdfunding. I think that's what it is. Crowdfunding, right? I don't know if they did that, but it was very professional. The mic, the sound like sounded good. It was, you know how like sometimes with these little YouTube reality shows, they do these the sound be horrible, y'all. Like I'm all like, y'all couldn't get a PPP loan to get some mics and mic everybody up so we can hear. Like sometimes it sound like sometimes the sound on these YouTube reality shows sound like they be underwater. The sound be very low. Sometimes the sound is too loud. I'm all like, come on, y'all. Y'all couldn't get you a PPP loan and get y'all some good sound. Like it's just crazy, y'all. It's very crazy. But anyway, but we all got our budgets. We all got our different budgets and stuff like that. So I get it. You can't afford a microphone, but they didn't have mics, but it seemed like their sound was very good. But I can't wait for them to release the episode because shit, I'm gonna be there watching it. And shout out to everybody in the beef sector too. For those of you who don't know, there is an actual beef sector, like people who just beef all day long. And you kind of see it over here too, but their specialty is just the beef. Like there's no other content. They just beef. So I love it. I'm entertained by it. So definitely I'm gonna be paying attention to that, and I'm gonna be watching. So shout out to them. Okay, let me get my computer. I'll do it while I still talk. Let me finish up the story, and then I'll get my computer. Uh, the PPP loans are going to get many people in trouble. Yeah, yeah. Biden got a new task force, and then wasn't it something like the IRS hiring like I think like 83,000 employees or something? It's something like 80K employees the IRS is hiring. But the IRS is always hiring, right? But every time I apply, I don't get the fucking job. Like I apply every time they got an opening for the IRS and I never get hired. I think it's because I owe them money. I really do. Speaking of hiring, I actually got an email, y'all, to be a supervisor, a part-time supervisor for a company. And I was all like, oh, because it wasn't even a position I applied for. They probably got my whatchamacallit, resume from LinkedIn, or maybe they got it from whatchamacallit, Indeed.com. But they emailed me and was all like, we're looking for a supervisor. I was like, oh, cool. What's up, Queso Official? Thank you for coming. I ain't see you in a minute. Flowers are about to be given. What's up, customer service manager? Yeah, you have to be connected. What's up, Wiley? You missed it earlier. I was talking about you. Good things, nothing bad though. Good things, good things. Yo, Wiley, why they always say we got twins? Because they be talking about my eye and shit like that, not knowing that I actually had a cornea transplant. These motherfuckers be so wrong. um, what's up, Pink Dynamite? Yeah, but the IRS, they always hiring, but they never hire my ass. That's because I owe them money. All right, let me go ahead and open up my laptop here. Right. Oh, and also congratulations on your success. You know, I'm a fan of the B sector, so I understand the method to your strategy and everything like that. You capitalizing off of a moment. This is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to capitalize off of it. Make that money, but don't let the money make you. Isn't that what they say? Queen Tulsa, you still here? I know you wanted the link. StreamYard. Damn, I wish you could post on your phone. See, but they don't let you post in the comments on your phone. I hate that. Yo, I'm telling you, customer service manager, they be doing me so wrong. They be talking about AT2 like he ain't nothing. Okay, you still in the building? Okay. You know what? For whatever reason, it's saying that there's a problem with. How come I can't do it on my computer? What's wrong? The fuck? The fuck? Come on. Okay, this is how I'm gonna do it. Ah, we got it. We got it. Never mind. Okay. Y'all can still hear me, right? I think I got a bad internet. My internet. My internet connection. Okay, here we go. All right. Let me know if you got the link, Tulsa. Oh, well, of course I'll know if you got the link because you'll click on. Duh. Okay. Okay, I see you. Hey, Tulsa, how you doing?
I've seen better days. Could you use that other option, like where we have the two where we're backed up so we can kind of see the background?
Oh, okay. There we
Yeah, I
go.
like.
Oh, I
Um,
like that look. Yeah, I like that.
yeah. Oh. I did want to say something. I want to say thank you for having me up. And let me ask you this. Did you hear about the story and are you gonna cover it?
No, I'm not going to cover it.
And why is that, if you don't mind me asking?
Because you already had an interview with Wiley. What I was saying earlier, before you came on, was that I had reached out to you to do an interview, but I was all like, I figured, you know, you probably have a whole bunch of DMs, especially right now, so you probably didn't get to it. And then I seen you had an interview with Wiley. My thing is that I don't think there's anything else that I can bring different. So there's no point in me doing like an interview
Let
on
me
it.
say this. You can do a due diligence, like you cover those stories like the 90 day and all that, and then the YouTube drama. You can also carry out this story and bring awareness to transgender violence. You know, women are being assaulted for just being who they are. Cozy, I'm comfortable in my skin, but somebody else wasn't. They took it upon themselves to initiate, and then violence was brought up against me. I have a cervical sprain in my neck that takes 3 months to heal, if it heals. My disc in my back are giving, I'm just feeling pain all over, down my spine. My legs are going numb. And I have people laughing about it. I have people not taking it serious. You know,
I
this can
think it was the delivery of the way the interview was done. I don't think people
well,
were laughing at your situation. I think it was just the interview in general. Because I even said it wasn't anything wrong with Wiley, the questions that he was asking. I said that I don't think that interview put you in the best light.
Well, it's not about putting me in the best of light. It's about me taking that opportunity and still getting my message out there, because people will they'll see through the bullshit. Let's just be honest. My message, I don't care
Hmm.
what another person's objective is. My goal is to come on here and tell my truth, tell my story. And of course, um, when an attack happens on someone, well, I can speak for me, your mind is just all over the place.
Right.
I didn't expect that. My injury, the cervical sprain, that's you get that in a car accident or in a sports it's a sports injury. I'm having headaches.
I, I wanted to ask you, so did the police drop the investigation or close the investigation, or is it still going on?
Why would they drop it?
Okay, because there
Evidence.
was a little confusion
So
whether or not it was dropped, because I thought it was still continuing.
So I have interviews with two news stations this week. I am working close with the police department. Wiley didn't get that information. So when you say, "Oh, you interview with Wiley," well, don't just do that when somebody has a story. You want to cater to everyone. I support you, and it was a disservice and it was an embarrassment, and I felt a certain type of way when you did say that you wouldn't cover it. If it had been you in a situation, what if I just blew yours off? Like your attack, oh, that's just an attack. Oh, I don't believe it. And you could, come on live and let us know. You could have documentation from the hospital, and I still laugh in your face and tell you no. I don't believe it. How would you
Well,
feel?
no, that's not what I said. I didn't believe
I'm
it.
just
What I
asking,
said,
how would you feel? How would you feel if that was your situation brought on you?
well, if it was brought on me, I have my own platform where I can tell my story. If nobody else wanted to share my story, I would be fine with that.
Well, listen, there's many girls are just not fine with that. There's many girls that lost their lives. Say their names. Hayden Davis, 28, passed in Detroit, was found on the sidewalk and a blanket had been shot. If I sit here and just do it on my platform, yeah, I'll reach the people on my platform, but I'm going to go on everybody else's. Cover the story. And the same thing that makes people laugh is going to make them cry. And the same people that are counting me out, they are just, listen, get ready for the interviews that are about to come out. More evidence of it being transitioned from a misdemeanor to a felony hate crime. Stay tuned. Don't believe me. I'm not asking you to believe me. I want you to get the information out there. This happened. Everybody's going to have an opinion. I accept that. I just want my story out there. I would like to say thank you to Marcella BJ for standing up and being the voice when I wasn't here. See, is I love the people that will stand up for me in a room and I'm not even there. I walked up in the room and saw them having my back. So thank you, ladies, for always having a sister's back.
Yeah,
Um,
they're
cocaine.
dope people.
Cocaine is looking for holes in the story. And she's saying Queen Tesla Smollett. See, you are the problem. When you have somebody being vulnerable, I'm in a state of mind right now where I don't want to leave my house. I'm having headaches. I'm paranoid. I'm having flashbacks. I'm in pain. So I'm in a vulnerable state of anything right now. So just a message going forward, be careful how you treat people. You don't know people's mind process. You don't know their thought process. You don't know until it happens to you.
And I understand that something like this is definitely very traumatic. And you're still feeling the effects of it, you know?
Yes.
What my message was that I don't think that was probably, honestly, to tell you the truth, I think that any questions regarding your situation should be handled legally.
Well, that's why I sent you my GoFundMe. I did start a GoFundMe for my legal fees. But if I'm not talking about it and people don't know my story, how am I going to get the support?
Well, no, you can tell your story. Like you can always do that on your channel, you know?
Well, I do that. It just seems as though for you as a content creator to say, "Oh, I won't cover it," it makes me see you in a different light. And I'm just gonna be honest, I cannot fake the
No,
phone.
please be honest.
Yeah, I just don't see that right there. Is just I don't see you as a genuine person anymore because I'm actually at a point in my life where I've been very supportive of people. And my mother always told me, you'll know who is with you, get sick, or need help. And
I love the
actions
quote.
are everything.
However, the thing
Actions are
is
everything.
that I want to
That's even
clarify
like
something
with,
real quick.
that's even like with you.
In regards to your story now, because let me clarify. Let me walk it back a little bit. As far as where'd she go? I want to clear. Okay, well, let me go ahead and clarify it. I'll drop the link again. As far as me supporting Tulsa, that will always be a thing. But as far as me doing an interview, and that's why I want to clarify too, because I was like, okay, this is kind of getting wonky. As far as me doing an interview, that has already been done, and there's nothing new that I can bring to it. Now, if it's something, and thank you for mentioning that. Now, if it's something to where there's something more developing, if there's something more developing, then yes, I can go ahead and add more and be like, oh, well, there's more pieces to the puzzle. Okay, well, there's more that we can ask about it. But if there is nothing more to the story and now this has to be handled legally, what else more can I do? I think we have to be fair when we say that because now I don't want the narrative to be like, oh, AT2 doesn't care. If there's nothing more that can be added to the story, what can we do? Are we just supposed to talk about the story every day? There has to be something more to add to it. So that's why I wanted to clarify. It's not that I don't support you. Is that what I am saying is if there is nothing more to ask, if the questions have already been asked and you already put your story out there, there's nothing more for me to add. What can I add? I can, but my biggest point is that the LGBTQ plus IA, I think I said that wrong. I'm sorry. LGBTQIA does not attacked for their choice of life. I would hate for anyone to be attacked. Domestic violence is not acceptable. Yes, correct. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Marcel. I appreciate that. Now, if we want to talk about the topic of people from the LGBTQIA plus community being attacked, that's a different story. That's a different story if we want to talk about the community as a whole. Like if there's a specific goal or a specific message that we want to get out there, that's different. But as far as doing an interview and asking the questions like, okay, well, what happened? Okay, what did you do? Okay, what happened? Okay, he did this to you or she did this. Okay, we already know the details. We can watch your channel. We can watch Wiley's channel. There's nothing more that I can add to it. That's what I'm talking about. But Queen Tulsa, if you hear that's my answer. If you hear, oh, okay, I think she's back. Tulsa, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Oh, what's up, Yahoo boy? Oh, he said, why is she wearing the neck brace today versus her initial interview with the network? Hello, Tulsa.
I'm not in a space to be raising my voice or getting excited. I'm in a lot of pain, and I came back up to clarify something. Just
Okay.
as just as well as you got the scoop on, you got me in the headline and you were so eager to talk about it. Well, mention the story and how they can support, or inform them on how they can support. Go show her some love. She has um a GoFundMe. That's how you can be of service. That's how you can be of service. Um, I've just noticed, like, black guys, black YouTubers, y'all like to to make money off of our pain, black off the backs of black women's pain, and it's been done for so many years. And I'm not here to have a screaming match. Like I said, I'm not in a space. I am hurting. People are questioning, oh, is this real? What is going on? Why is this? Well, love, if you were here, the cervical sprain is something that you get from an accident, correct? And or a um a sports injury. Okay. So pain, with my adrenaline the first day or whatever the case may be, it was
You
a
didn't feel it at first, like with a car accident.
I went to the urgent care the next day. I have been receiving treatment. And that's the reason why I have my GoFundMe, because now I'm needing assistance. So instead of attacking me, how about we ask those important questions? How can we serve you? In what areas can we help? Coming and bashing me when I've already experienced that, I can't handle it. So I'll drop down every time.
Wait, did you drop down because you were being bashed?
Yeah, it was just too much. It was just, it's just, when it
Can,
gets,
can I ask you what exactly did I say that triggered you? Because I want to know.
I don't need to get excited. I don't need to be raising my voice. So if I go to raising my voice, I'll drop down.
Well, let me ask you this because you talked about how I had put you in the title and stuff like that, which is fair. Definitely that's fair. However,
Have that
we
and covering the story and getting it out there. Just as well as you want us to talk about it, also be informative about it as well. I'm not saying that I have a problem with it. If you're going to talk the gossip, we'll put in some informative information is what I'm.
okay, at least put the information out there. Okay, you know
I'm
what? That is
fair.
fair.
I'm fair. I'm a fair content creator. I don't get pissed off because somebody threw me in a title. Give me credit, or whatever's going on, bring light to it. That's the only thing I'm saying. If we're going to work together, let's work together. I'm selfless and I won't change that. Like I said, if it was you, I mean, even when your eye was going on, I was, letting my people know, go check on them. If you have $1 to send it. I just want to be an example of what a friend could be, what a mother is, what a content creator is. I'm not just a person. I'm all areas. I want to let people know that we can still get along. We can still do our due, even if we did content on each other. Still do your due diligence.
Right. I do think when there's times where there's something serious going on, we should more band together than try to tear each other down.
Yeah, and I wasn't trying to go there, but see, with me, when something's going on, I like to call it when it's there. Here her was talking about Tasha K and all this and that, and Tasha K was on the line and she was, I mean, just slobbing. And I was like, ma'am, like
Oh Lord.
I can't do it. If you would do that to somebody else and you want to work with me, I can't trust you. You've already displayed how you move and groove in these streets. I'm with the positivity. When people come over to my channel, I say, hey, ping it. My mods, they put your channel in there. I'm all about sharing. It's not about me. I don't care about the spotlight. I am a spotlight. I am a
Right.
celebrity. People get
And
upset about that.
when you had dropped down, I had mentioned something, and because I did want to clarify, in regards to not covering the story or the interview, because basically what I was talking about was more of like doing an interview. It's already been done. The questions have been asked.
Well, listen,
My thing
no,
was that if it was something to
no,
where
let me stop
we
you because you're not giving yourself enough credit. First of all, who are you? You're AT2. So you can do an interview, bring it at a different angle, make it fun, make it, not to where I'm antagonized. That's where you can make a difference. Show these people that you are a man of dignity and you can carry on an interview without insulting a victim, a survivor.
do you feel like you were insulted?
I'm not here to speak down on anyone. I'm just giving you pointers on how you could have recreated your own interview.
Because for me, even though necessarily you might have not liked I know you're not going to want to say it, but even if you did not like the interview, the questions were asked.
I just feel like when you bring a person up that I interviewed
Because
before,
I need you to say I did not like the interview. Because I feel like you're tiptoeing around it, and I need you just to flat out say I did not like the interview.
well, listen, I'm not going to discount any experience. That experience is out there. That experience is a guide. So I won't. I'm. I won't. I'm not. I'm not anything. I don't know what answer you're looking for.
Because you said that I could do it in a more tactful way. That basically implies that the interview that you had was not tactful, or it wasn't respectful, or
Let's just go.
using certain keywords without saying what you want to say.
Okay, let me help you out. You know how? Can I say other content creators' names?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how other content. Well, I can't. They can't come to my mind right now, but they'll report on this. Like, let's just say for the All About the Tea, everybody was reporting on it, right?
Hmm.
Like, did you think twice on how you was going to do it, or did you just do it? Even though, like, if you could interview somebody, even though that they were interviewed, were you still out there hunting for those interviews, and did you get them?
I never interviewed anybody from All About the Tea.
Okay, well,
I
that was
wasn't one of those content creators that was in everybody DM.
okay. Not really sure about that, but what I want to say is like, okay, you have news
No,
stations. You have
no,
lots
I
of
didn't
people.
interview anybody from All About the Tea.
Okay, so listen, let me give you. So you have CBS News, you have ABC News. Okay, everybody's going to report on the story. Everybody's giving their own take, and if they're lucky, like people get to interview like different people, like they have people in the field. You have like all these people in the field reporting from different stations.
Hmm.
What's the problem?
There's
reported.
not a problem with that.
This, the problem is, the thing is, there's more outlets that's transforming that information out there. There's more ways that they're bringing awareness. So what I'm saying is,
but local news is not the same as YouTube. We
listen,
we
let me
gotta
say
draw a
this.
line right there.
Listen, we're all in different states, and people look at us from all different countries. Let's not discredit the people that support us. We have people all over the world that look at us. Check into your in your YouTube studio. People from Argentina and all that, like other countries,
Oh, right.
they see it. So we need to bring it
I'm gonna
to
add Marcella
a,
up here too.
okay, and then like even in those countries in Ukraine, or where, well, we ain't even gonna go there. I'm gonna leave all the politicals out, but it needs to be brought. I want to bring awareness. I'm not going to stop talking about it. That's just like telling an activist to stop talking about when what they do. It's
Right. And that was my other point too when you had dropped down. I'm gonna let Marcella go right after I finish this. But that was my other point. If it was something to where, oh, we're gonna tell stories of other times something happened with trans people, then that would be something different. And then we can loop in your situation. But as
listen,
far as
I'm
the
not
interview, I was
okay.
talking about the interview that has already been done.
But listen, I'm not okay, and I want people to know that I'm not okay. I'm not, and I'm okay to say it.
Right. And it's okay not being okay because it is something traumatic that happened to you.
Yeah. And Queen Tulsa, you're the biggest walk-in billboard to reach out to people because you actually experienced it. But guess what? Before you and after you, there's a lot of people in the LGBTQ community that goes through this. And
Right.
you can get on the platform and talk about you, and nobody can ask you questions about what you felt at that moment. Only you can tell that, because somebody who hasn't been through that don't know what kind of questions to ask you. But this happens to gay people all the time. And guess what? We can get on our platforms and talk about this as a community, and relate it to, we know that this happened to you. I haven't watched Wiley's interview because, for real, I've been out of town, and I just got back on, watching different people's pages because I was in Huntsville. But when you inbox me and let me know what happened to you, and I've seen that you got a citation, you got to start going to a therapist. You got to start, processing this with somebody who has that background to help you process this. You need to
Mhm.
also, you can hire a lawyer on contingency fees, where you can hire that person and they fight for you. And once you get paid, then they get their 33.3%. But guess what? You have people that are laughing because that's ignorant. But then you have people that genuinely have you in prayers, that don't have a platform that is standing up for you now. When I got onto AT2, honestly, he was speaking directly on behalf of, what happened to you, and he sympathized and empathized with that. But he was just saying that Wiley had interviewed you, and there's going to be people who don't believe you. But there's people who believe you. So if you focus on the people who are supporting you and loving you, because my daughter is gay, I cannot imagine this happen and me going full throttle. But see, the
Right.
internet, the YouTubers, we do this for entertainment purposes. So we can't be as serious as you need it to be. You can be serious and share your videos, and invite other trans people who've been through this, because I don't know if that's a big community in your town, but you can bring it up. People love you and support you. Even people who don't support you know that this happened to you. Don't believe that
Right.
you're faking or anything like that. You have to keep focusing on the people that do support you. Like, I wouldn't even know what type of questions to ask you, because on your own platform you hadn't talked about, the violence to the trans community before.
Yeah.
But Now
Right.
that we know that you've been through this is when you need to ring all the bells, and you need to, reach out to the community and say, this happened to me, because the LGBT is a big community, and you need to start, like the NAACP. I'm sure that they have something, where you
Well,
can get a support group.
Marcella, to add to that, because I was under the impression, Tulsa, that you had been reaching out to people, because didn't you post something from the Oklahomans for equality?
Yeah, I'm working with them closely, and actually, we're like I was telling, trying to inform them that I'm going to be interviewing this week again because I provided more information. It's just I haven't been able to think. I mean, it's just a lot going on. So I may not move at the speed of everybody else, but new footage is um, provided, and this crime will be turned from a misdemeanor to a felony hate crime.
Yeah, well, like Wiley is a good interviewer. And you know what? But you got to understand, his page is for entertainment. So, like I said, no one has to ask you questions about what you went through, because if I haven't went through domestic violence in any sorts or a hate crime, then I don't know what to ask you. All I could do was bring you on my page and say, tell me, how how did you feel at that time? And you're
Right.
going to have a hard time knocking down with the police officer. If you look at the police officer, he was smiling, saying, well, she didn't say this at the time, but you know what, all you got to do is say,
I'm just Bible. I just got the hell beat up out of me. Like, what am I
right.
supposed to? How is my mind supposed to be? And that's what
Right.
I'm
And
trying
so
to
you had
do.
just went through something traumatic, and you couldn't express what you were going through at the time. But see, that's going to be your bigger fight. So, when you go to different people, if Wally did an interview on you, then AT2 do a video on you, and then I do a video on you, you better believe you're going to say different things, because at different times you're going to have different feelings. Like people asking you
Right.
why you wearing the neck brace. Let me tell you this, because after you've been through a car accident, you don't really start experiencing the pain till days later. So that's why you're wearing the neck brace, because you may not was hurting as much as the day it happened, but after that. But people believe you. And guess what? The communities are scared in some states. Like, Atlanta, you see a lot of LGBTQ community. But when you go to
Right.
your town, you may not. And you need to make sure that you join a support system. And the more you talk about it on live, I'm going to give you this big advice. The more you talk about it online, the police are looking, and they are going to
Right.
try to contradict every statement you make. So if I was you, I would just talk about it on my page, because if you go to court with these people, you know what they're going to do? They're going to say, well, she was on 82 page, she said this. She was on Wiley page, she said this. She was on Speak With Your Girl, Marcella page, she said this. And that's going to tear your case down. The best thing you can do is you put it out already. Now you need to work on healing yourself mentally and physically. And I'm
Right.
telling you, he supports you.
I think
Everybody
my
that's
biggest
not
thing was,
supporting,
And
yeah, I think my
Marcella,
biggest thing was just to keep informing, because I guess with the flashbacks, I don't want it to happen to nobody else. And I think I
right?
do need to just put my
right.
foot down, and just because I'm going to therapy tomorrow. But
But
I
see,
don't
That's
know.
don't let the
good.
police know everything you're doing. Don't let them know you going to therapy tomorrow. Don't, because they're gonna be tracking you. What they do is that hotel is gonna have an adjuster, and this adjuster, everything, you are giving them a timeline to your whole case. Some things you got to hold close to your chest. This is serious. And if you haven't, you should have went and already pressed charges against these employees. you know
Oh,
you,
done.
right. But
Right.
you cannot tell your audience everything you're doing, because see, your audience is also a claims adjuster for that hotel. You're saying the police is, you know not doing this or is doing this. You got to keep some things between you and your attorney. So then when you do go in front of the court, everything will be fresh and they will not have a story to compare it to. Wiley got one story, AT2 would get another story, and I would get another story. And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna say, Your Honor, well, Queen Tulsa was on Wiley page and she said this. Then when she got on AT2 page, she said this. And then when she got on Speak With Your Girl Marcella page, all of this, Your Honor, has changed. You cannot keep discussing your case, and you can get a lawyer on contingency. You know, it's a hurt lawyer or whatever. I don't know what they call it, but you can get. They take your case for free. And guess what? Don't take the first attorney. You need to really interview different attorneys that you feel that will. You know, they got gay attorneys. They got attorneys that fight hate crimes. That's what they specifically do. You cannot just get a regular, you know, paying ambulance attorney. And you need to stop talking about your case in particular. If you're going to talk about it, then you talk about this happening in the whole community, because I support the LGBT community. And I hear some of these stories on what they've been through, and they do. But guess what? Black people go through hate crimes. It's you who have to prove that this was a hate crime. You can't just say it. You have to prove it. And you need to look at the definition of the hate crime and see, do those definitions define exactly what you went through.
Let me break the news to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
The hate crime, they will be charged with the hate crime. I'm just telling you that right now.
Okay, so they will be charged.
I've been trying to tell you guys this the whole time. It's going from a misdemeanor to a felony hate crime. I can legally.
So what about your crime? What about you got a citation for trespassing?
I'm willing to stand in court and fight that. I'm willing. The story's not changing. I have to go to court for it.
Yes. So when you go to court, when you were asked to leave, was that before the incident happened or after the incident happened?
It was after.
Okay. And did you leave?
When it was two situations, right?
But I'm just saying, what the police bought out specifically is.
Well, I'm not gonna get into details because I don't.
No, but I'm saying that the hotel has a rule that they required you to leave.
The hotel, they can ask me to leave and they can call security, but what they failed to realize is putting their hands on me was illegal.
That was definitely illegal. But and then on your interview with the
I've been assaulted. If you was assaulted, you gonna leave?
I would have walked out and went outside in front of the hotel. I wouldn't have left the premises.
There were no cameras there.
Tulsa, this is another thing too, because isn't there certain things that you can't answer?
I don't want to dissect. Let's just move on to the next one.
No, okay. So here's my next question. You know, when you told the news reporter that they were calling you derogatory names, did you get that on video? Did you get when they was calling you the derogatory names? Because you sent me the video and I didn't hear them calling you man and all that kind of stuff. Did you actually get that?
Okay, hold on. Hold on, sis.
I love you, but like I said, make sure you write down everything and make sure that whatever you said on the Wiley show, you need to be repeating that over and over again, no matter who laughing, who not laughing.
Ma'am, you a whole man? Okay, thank you. Yeah, you're a man. Gotcha.
Okay, stop. Now you need to give all that evidence to an attorney and don't play it up here no more.
I just told you.
We support you. We support you. We support you.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell y'all. I don't want to raise my voice. I mean, I'm not trying to raise my voice because it makes me hurt more. But I was trying to tell y'all, I had to go back through, and it took me time to go back through these videos. I knew it happened. I didn't know exactly the timestamp.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. Don't share that video with no one, not even on your page. Give that precious evidence to an attorney and stop talking on your case, because if you go on different platforms, I guarantee you're going to say different things because you're going to feel differently as your mind come back, but you're revisiting the trauma over and over again. You
Right.
got to work through this trauma, right? And guess what? You eventually got to heal, but you want to be able to, after you mentally heal, you have to mentally be able to get on a stand and tell what happened from A to Z and not have your own testimony be challenged by your own words.
No, I'm not worried about any negativity. Everything is good over here.
I'm you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you don't want the defendant, which would be the hotel, to say she said this.
No.
Right.
I'm not worried about anything, because the thing about me, the truth is always going to be the truth. The truth is never going to bend. So I'm not worried about going on this platform or that platform. I'm going to hop on any platform that gives a link or gives a call-in number. I don't want this to happen to anybody. I don't want to be on nobody's milk carton. And listen, this is not my fight. This is for my sisters. Hayden Davis, 28, shot in Detroit. You know, it's all my sisters. I can't be quiet. I can't.
Right. Well, here's the thing. It's okay to tell their story, but as far as telling your story, if this is something that's being investigated,
I think this is really messing with me, is because I thought I was going to be a RIP.
Well, see, this is litigation now. This is becoming litigation, and you don't want to talk about your story in particularly. And the fact that it has happened to me. I'm a believer. I stand with people, trans women who have been, harassed. But I want to say one more thing, and then I'm going to leave.
All women need to be protected. All of us were not protected. That's my biggest thing. All women. If this happened to me, just think that if it happened to one of my cisgender sisters, men are way stronger than us, y'all. They pumping that testosterone.
Oh, but let me say one more important thing to you. There's going to be people who talk about you, right? That is part of what this YouTube is. And guess what? Even if I'm over there and all I'm talking about is Freaky Financial Friday and people say something negative, this is what I chose to be on a platform. So we're not going to get everybody that's hoorah for us.
Right.
You got to let them do their content on what they want. Guess what? Let people say whatever they want, because as long as it's not changing your atmosphere, your environment, your bank account, don't care. Don't go over there and look at anything that you feel that will cause you more trauma, because this has already been afflicted on you. They can call you whatever. They call me whatever. It doesn't matter to me, because guess what? I chose to do this. I'm strong enough to deal with whatever they say, and it has not taken 1-0 from my bank account. None.
Right.
I'm gonna delete the YouTube app off my phone, so I just don't get up on there.
Okay, but I love both of y'all. I just got back.
Love you, Marcella.
I can't even go to sleep because I'm so geared up from the flight. Yeah, it was so scared.
I'm glad you guys
but they ain't got pilots. They don't really have pilots and stuff, and it was crazy.
Oh wow.
One pilot was sick, so we had to wait for another pilot to come from Atlanta to Virginia. So I was like, God. I was scared to death. I said, these people coming in looking all sleepy.
Flights getting canceled, and then they just pulling in anybody. Shoot, they might have me fly the plane next. Let me go give me a job.
I love y'all. I'm dropping down.
I love you, Marcella. Thank you.
Listen, I'm about to leave too, because you're not about to hit me. You're not about to come after me like that. That Spirit Airlines worker went after that lady.
Oh.
I got it. Now I gotta go. Bye.
Bye, Queen Tulsa. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you.
No problem. And it's all love. And we can still do content on each other. Just, throw out some informatives.
Right, right. Well, and listen,
That's what I
uh,
mean, be different, because you and our relationship is different. We have an understanding. So when I say be different, like, just be you and how we rock.
right. Wait, are you trying to say I switched up?
Well, no, I don't know what I'm saying right now. Like, let me get off of here. I feel like Miss Val. Let me get up off here.
All right. Good night, Miss Val. Shout out to Miss Val. Um, whatchamacallit? Oh, thank you, Tulsa. Thank you, Marcella, for coming up. Let me get to the Cooter Brown stuff. I knew there was something that I missed. The Cooter Brown. So, this is not necessarily about Cooter Brown, but he does kind of tie into this. I don't know if Yahoo Boy is still here, but definitely shout out to Yahoo Boy. I want to say thank you. For posting the videos that you have been posting recently. Um, Keeping a record of everything, because that's nice to have on YouTube. Not everybody is on Reddit, so I appreciate you keeping that record. Um, Siwa, shout out to Siwa, because I did not really know what was going on. I guess the Cooter Brown community found out what hotel she was at and to try to locate her and stuff like that. It just seems like it's getting crazy. But then I was told about well, not told, I actually heard the video. Um the eyeball lady, the 90 days on blast or whatever, she's blaming Siwa for getting her job taken away or whatever. So it's like a lot of back and forth with that. But I think when it comes to Oh, and the 90 Days on Blast also said that Siwa was trying to have people come to her, find out where she was and attack her or something. She basically put it out there like they was going to jump her or something like that. So, um, listen, Siwa is very timid. I can't see Siwa actually saying that she was going to go down to the lady house and beat her up. I don't see her ever saying that. So I know that's a lie. But for them to actually be trying to spot her location and trying to find her is just wrong. Um, and here's the thing too: most of this stuff you can just use your words. I don't understand why people don't want to use their words. They want to come and find you. They want to do this. They want to do that. And it's very unfortunate. I think Siwa doesn't really want to be doing this kind of stuff as far as like this kind of content. I think she kind of fell into it and now she can't back out. Well, not fell into it. She obviously found it and started doing it, but now she can't back out. She's too far into it. I think this might be it might be too much for her, you know. It's kind of like when I backed out of everything and people were mad at me, all like, "Oh, that's wrong for you to back out." Like, because I thought it was fine. When I said I was backing out, I actually got a lot of support. I didn't get too many people upset, but there was a few that said like, "Oh, I think that's wrong that you're backing out of this and doing that." And my thing was that, yo, I can't talk about this man 24/7 and then be fighting with all these different people, because at the end of the day, I'm fighting them. You're not fighting them. As a subscriber, you can not, well, some subscribers are attacked, but as a subscriber, most of the time, you can just say whatever and you're fine. But when it's the content creator that's constantly being harassed or being bullied or being attacked, I'm on my own. Like, I don't have support of people, you know? Like, yeah, you can send virtual support, but I mean, like, actual support, like being with me. It's two different things. You can't compare virtual support and actual support in person, you know? Cooter Brown and his community makes my computer stinky, and it makes it sticky too, and greasy, because you know they don't shower when their thumbnails show up on my screen, right? That was funny. I like that. But yeah, it's me. or other people that are getting attacked. And some people can deal with it. And I'm not saying that I can't deal with it and that I'm afraid or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. But I am not, if trouble doesn't come to me, I'm not going to go looking for it. Now, if there's a situation that happens and something is brought to my attention and I need to address it, I'm there ready to fight. I'm there ready to fight. Like, let's go. But I'm not going to go looking for it because that's two different things. And I think also too, what really turned me off was that there were so many different people that came out of nowhere and was like getting involved, and I'm all like, "Who are you?" Yes, he is still on YouTube, unfortunately. And here's the thing: it was one thing when you had people trying to bring awareness and signing the petition, trying to get him off of here. But then there just seemed like people were trying to get involved for clout. So it was all like, did you really care about getting this man off of the platform who made threats to children, who said racist things, sexist things, and like, were you really trying to get this man off of this platform, or was this kind of like a money grab for you, or you just wanted to be a part of something? So it got really tricky. When it comes to somebody like Yahoo Boy has been who he is for as long as I've known him, for the last year or so. He hasn't switched up. He hasn't gone back to Cooter Brown, trying to be his friend, trying to do all that. He's been one way. He ain't been multiple ways. He been one way. And that's the way it should be. We got too many flip floppers and all that stuff. Here's the thing. When he drops sometimes people are like, oh, he dropped the link, AT2, you should click on it. I ain't got nothing to say to him. Everything that I've said, I can't say no more. I gave you guys everything. I've already said he's a crackhead. Like, what else you want me to say? If a crackhead is at the liquor store outside, right? You go and talk to the crackhead still? No, you just be all like, oh, I ain't got no change, or, they say hi to you, say hi, and you keep it pushing. I'm not trying to have a conversation with the crackhead. I got to move on and go home. So for me, I just got to be careful with the way I move. Now, if my channel was dedicated to Cooter Brown 24/7, I would do that. I would definitely do it. I would definitely do it. But it's not. I'm a blogger, content creator, entertainer. Like that's what I want to be known for. I don't want to be known as a Cooter Brown channel. Because let's be honest, some of your favorites that were covering it like daily, they don't even do Cooter Brown content no more. We ain't talked about that. That might have been a little controversial. But some of your favorite people that were talking about it daily don't even do it no more. Cooter Brown is John Yates, for those of you who don't know who it is. And and they might, and let's be clear, they might have had their own reasons why they don't do it no more. And it could have been to my example, that they were tired of being a target. No matter who you are, like, granted, we're YouTubers, not everybody like us. If somebody says something about us, it comes with the territory. But if you're being attacked daily and every day, that doesn't feel good. So I can probably guess that some of those people that were doing that every day got sick and tired of being attacked. Especially somebody trying to look up your address and trying to find out where you are. You got to remember, the people that follow Cooter Brown are sick in the fucking head. Those people are really sick. So those people are liable to try to come and find you and do something to you. Now you come over here to me. I got this water bottle in my hand, so I'm ready. But not everybody can handle that. Some people, like you say, I'm gonna pull up on you. They get scared, nervous, and start peeing on themselves. And so, with the kind of people that Cooter Brown have around him, thank you, Marcella. The kind of people that Cooter Brown have around him, uh, not everybody wants to smoke. Virtual smoke is one thing, but real life smoke, not everybody want that. Not everybody want to catch a fade. Because again, Cooter Brown, we know we can whoop his ass, but it's all the other ones you don't know what they're capable of. Cooter Brown, that's no doubt. And now there's this Paul guy. Now the Paul guy is the one that controls that justice for JY or something like that, or victims of JY. He controls that account, and I had made a couple of comments, and he had posted it on his thing or whatever. I haven't really dealt with him, but as I understand, that guy isn't even in America, but somehow I think he's like a hacker. There's a whole bunch of different stories I heard about this guy, and he's also a part of that pedo group too, that Nambla or whatever. Yeah, that guy is a scary guy. Please stay away from him. I said for him, from him. You got that right. My mind is not set up for that mess. I literally will go left real quick. Right, right. Oh yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button too. Me even mentioning this right now, I know those Cooter Brown people have a hard on right now because they're like, yes, AT2 mentioned us. Now we have a reason to go after AT2, and now they're gonna start talking about me. But the thing is that I'm gonna put this video out. I ain't gonna private it. It is gonna be what it is. You can't scare me. You can't scare me. Yeah, it is a dangerous place. You're right about that. You are right about that. It is a dangerous place. Yeah, so going back to what I was stating with the Siwa thing, definitely I want to say prayers to her, and I hope that she is strong enough to deal with this. Like I said, I think it has been a lot where she can't really take a break from it, because if she does try to take a break from the Cooter Brown thing, that's another reason why I stepped away too. Luckily, like I said, it was only a few people that said, "I can't believe you're walking away," and da 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 da. It was only a few people that said that, but a lot of these people that have been going in heavy, as soon as they backed off a little bit, they got terrorized. People was all like, "You fake, you phony." They got dragged through the mud. So it, it is what it is, y'all. And then YouTube, and another thing too, YouTube ain't giving money like they used to. I don't know if y'all know, but um, since the inflation and stuff like that, the advertisers aren't giving that much money anymore for advertising. But YouTube, like the what the hell is it called? Like our money and stuff like that. The CPM, RPM, and stuff like that. All that stuff all went down. All of that went down. So we're not getting paid like we used to be. Money is coming in a lot slower. So you have to be very strategic in what you're doing. This is why, you promote your other platforms. This is why you have your Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. This is why, you sign up for a membership. This is why you share your favorite content creators videos, and you tell your friends about it, and you spread it, or like, this is why, there's other things that you can, like watching the ads on the video. That's free. You don't have to give money, but it's very important to help your content creator, your fellow content creator. Help them out, help them succeed. Right. And you should be one. If you want to be a content creator, you can. Anybody can be a content creator. Now, to be successful, that's different. You know, we got to be honest. Not all of us is going to make it. Not all of us is going to make it. But anyone can be a content creator. And, I had kind of put myself down the other day because I had recorded an interview for my podcast, right? And I said something like, oh, yeah, I just kind of got all these subscribers by chance. And my friend, he was all like, don't say you got it by chance. You've been putting in the work, you know? Oh, Bella Marie. We gonna talk about that, but I'm gonna answer this. Right, a GoFundMe. Right. But no, I ain't doing no GoFundMes. And and I felt so bad the other day too because a loyal subscriber actually asked if I could share their GoFundMe, and I was like, I can't do it. After the Red Hot thing, it really I don't share the GoFundMes because of the whole Red Hot situation. Because I would hate people to feel like they were scammed and then it comes back to me and stuff like that. So that's why I don't do that anymore. But Bella Marie, that was someone who I knew wasn't shit. I know a lot of people liked her, and I think y'all liked her because of her accent and stuff like that, but I knew she wasn't shit. There was one day when she said on my channel I was talking badly about Siwa. And I was like, what are you talking about? And the video wasn't even about Siwa. And then somebody was like, no, he said this, and it wasn't even something negative. And then she was all like, oh, 84, I apologize for saying that you said something, but I know you didn't say. That lady is off her rocker. And wasn't she supposed to be like a police officer? She said she an undercover cop. Y'all got to leave that lady alone. Being attacked can be mentally draining. Yes, it can. But when people finally realize these people don't know you, it doesn't matter. We have a good community, but listen, not gonna. We have good content creators, but listening to the mess knock you off your mission. Right? Exactly. You might make money selling soap to cover. Well, no, I wouldn't make any money because they don't wash their ass. They love stinking, looking greasy and shit. Right. Oh, trust me, Rose, you ain't missing nothing with that Bella Marie. No, we tolerated her. I think many of us felt sorry for her. Is that what it was? Oh yeah, she worked for the FBI. That's what it was. Y'all, no, I remember y'all being like, Bella Marie, it's okay. Like Bella Marie would cry at the drop of a dime. She would cry all the time, and y'all being all like, Bella Marie, it's okay, don't cry. And y'all used to be worried about her and shit like that. She a grown ass woman. Like as soon as she tried to say that I was talking shit about Siwa, she was cut off. I didn't feel sorry for her at all. I would be irritated. And I would tell Siwa every day, I'll be like, don't let that lady sit on your panel all day. Don't let her sit on your panel. What she do? Let that lady sit on her panel every day. And what did Bella Marie feel? She felt entitled. She felt that it was her channel was Bella Marie featuring Siwa Moon. That's the way she felt. Right. Yeah, she was wacky. She was definitely. Oh, y'all! Remember when Wacky Wanda came up here? Is she here? Oh man, I remember Wacky Wanda. That was funny that one day. Right. And then I would hate in Krusty Draws, I would hate when you would be when not you, but when anybody would be up there and she would just be quiet the whole time and not saying anything. It was almost like she was taking notes. Like that lady was so freaky. I'm telling you, she was creepy, creepy, creepy. Right. You live and you learn, right. Right. Now she on Leatherhead. I used to call her Leatherface, but I ain't gonna call her that. As far as I understand, um, Jen hasn't said anything about me, so I'm not gonna call her Leather. But you guys are more than welcome to call her Leather. Um, that's another person that's just crazy. Jen is wild. She doesn't make any sense. But as soon as the Cooter Brown community turn on her, she'll be back over here begging for forgiveness and all that stuff. So it is what it is. Right, right, right. Hmm. At least ask permission if you want to steal somebody's shit. You know. All right, y'all. I think I covered everything. You know, I only like to go for about an hour. I went an hour and 35 minutes. We had a great conversation. Thank you, Tulsa, for coming up. Tulsa, I did share the link to your channel so people can go over there and get all the information because definitely shout out to Marcella, too, for coming up because it is important that it is handled behind the scenes because we don't want to. What's the word? Mess with the case, basically. There's a word for it. I just can't think of it. But I went ahead and shared your channel there. So if you're still watching, thank you for coming up. And thank you, Marcella, for coming up. And thank you, chat, for being here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe. If it's your last time, I feel sorry for you. I know I didn't get any super chats, but I don't know if I got any cash apps or not. But if y'all did cash at me, I will thank you later. Let me just check real quick while I'm on. Okay, no, I didn't get anything. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Jeopardize. Ding, 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 ding. There we go. Jeopardize. Okay. All right, y'all. We out of here. Deuces. Where the hell is my outro? There we go.